What is up, Netflix fans, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about the semi-brand new Netflix original series, and that is Tuca and Bertie. I watched this, finally got finished with all of the episodes in Season 1. I need you guys in the comments below. Let me know, did you like this show? Did you not like it? Were you looking forward to it? Are you a fan of BoJack Horseman? Because this is pretty much the team behind BoJack Horseman. I'm excited to talk about this. Let's do it. So Tuca and Bertie is the story of two 30-year-old bird women who live in the same apartment building. I'm not going to dive in too deep in this review because, once again, I'm a little late on getting the video out, but I am going to say I was very much anticipating this series because I am a fan of BoJack Horseman. Getting into BoJack Horseman was a very interesting experience for me. I started out liking the series. I did not love it. It took me a bit to get into the style and the flow of things, but once I was in, I have watched every episode of that series. I always watch it a bit later than I should. That's why I've never actually done a review on this channel, but I kind of felt the same way about the first few episodes of Tuca and Bertie. It did take me a bit to get adjusted to the style and the way that the animation flows. It is a very different yet similar style to BoJack Horseman, very different characters, very different situations, but they are very real-life situations, very relatable characters, and once you get adjusted to the very fast-paced nature of this show, because it is so fast-paced from the storylines to the sound effects to the jumping around to the transitions between scenes. I mean, this story moves at a rapid-fire pace. I liken it to how I feel watching the first Lego movie. It's moving so fast and you're trying to keep up, but at the end of the day, I look back at the first Lego movie and I remember how funny it was and how inventive and creative it was. Two completely different things I'm talking about here, but pacing-wise, I feel the same way about Tuca and Bertie. I look back upon it. All 10 episodes clocking in around 20 to 25 minutes apiece. Very fast runtime. Easy watch. If I had the time, I could have finished this in like 5 hours. It did not take hardly anything to get through it, and I was locked into the characters, and a lot of that comes from the voice acting by Tiffany Haddish, who is awesome, one of the funniest people in Hollywood. Every time I see her, I crack up, even if she's not making a joke. And I was questioning her character in the first episode of the show because I thought she may be a bit too over the top. But once you understand her character, where she is coming from, and once you get the relationship between her and Ali Wong's character, who is also fantastic in this series, you're locked in, you're on board, you're up for whatever shenanigans they're going to get themselves into, and you know the shenanigans are coming because it is a show that is intended to be over-the-top, adult-style humor, really funny in that vein. If you're a kid and you're looking to watch Tuca and Bertie and your parents are around, I would recommend you not do this because if they see you watching this, they're going to be like, "You're turning that off." But if you're an adult and you're watching the first episode thinking, okay, this is just way too fast-paced for me, it's very over-the-top, the characters, they're deranged, the transitions, it's just too much, I implore you, give the show a chance because come episode 2 or 3, you're going to realize, you'll snap yourself out of it and say, wow, I'm actually really digging the storyline and really digging the best part of the show, which I think is the real-world situations that the characters get themselves into, whether it's romance or relationships or character building or getting in situations at work or things that have to do with situations that I or you may get into on a daily basis. And yes, that's the vein of what a Family Guy is or a Simpsons. All of these shows have the same kind of kick to them, but I feel like Tuca and Bertie does it in such a different way that I really enjoyed it for being a show that is out there and something unlike anything I've ever seen before, except the nearest comparison, which is actually BoJack Horseman, because what I love about BoJack Horseman is these characters, they get themselves into real-life situations, and you feel for the characters. He starts out, and he is a character that has been through the ringer and lost it all, and while these characters don't start out in that situation, you slowly come to realize that they are just trying to make it in life. We're adults. We can all relate to that struggle, and that's the wonderful thing about this show. Seeing these crazy-looking animated characters getting themselves into these situations was really fun. A very colorful show. Animation, like I said, that takes a bit to get used to, but once you're used to it and you're up for all of the different character designs and the way that they act towards each other, it plays on the whole animals, birds, and cats, and plant-headed things. But it's creative, and I really like this show because of the creativity. I don't see many people walking out of this show going, nope, it's the worst thing I've ever seen, if you can get past the first episode. Not that the first episode is bad, but that's the one where you have to adjust to this kind of animation. And once you're on board, I feel the same way about BoJack Horseman and Rick and Morty, and even Family Guy to a degree. Once you are on board, you're locked into the characters, and from then on, I think you're really going to enjoy this show, and I think you're going to really dig season 1. There are some things that I think could be better in season 2. It is a show that I think still needs to find its footing 100%, but it did manage to produce a solid season 1, and because of all of those things, I'm going to go 75% for the first season of Tuca and Bertie. Like I said, it's not going to be a show for everybody, but if you're into adult animation and real-life everyday themes with relatable characters and characters that come into the forefold. By the way, Richard E. Grant is in the show. When I heard his voice, I was happy. So that's it, guys. Random review. If you've never heard of this show, let me know in the comments if you are looking forward to it now, and if you're looking forward to all of the other reviews and videos I have coming out later on in the week. A very special video I am planning for probably Saturday or Sunday early in the morning. Be on the lookout for that. You do not want to miss it. Thank you so much for watching this video once again, and I'll catch you guys very soon.